everyone, this is my 12-month post-op update video. I'll start with my official before and after picture from my surgeon's office. This was yesterday. This is the 5th time I've done this video and it doesn't want to work for me, so hopefully this time does. Official weight loss, according to them, is 127. That's with clothes, and we all know no one weighs in clothes. So I'm actually down to 254 this morning, but 255 yesterday before I got dressed and went to see my surgeon. If you don't know or don't remember, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or the gastric sleeve, or just the sleeve. That is where they remove this part of the stomach, which is the stretchy part, and that's where hunger hormones are produced, and they leave this little thing, and it looks like a sleeve, and that's why they call it that. They don't touch your intestines like with the bypass, which is why one of the reasons I chose it. It also was because of my age and wanting to get pregnant at one day. He preferred the sleeve over the bypass. I got lots of questions. So my starting weight was at consultation 386. Highest was 396 about 2-3 weeks after my consultation. And day of surgery was 381. And like I said, today I was 254 when I got up this morning. The procedure I went over, I did have my gallbladder removed while they were in there. So it was like a double whammy. Insurance covered my weight loss surgery. It was around 20 grand. I paid, I think, $500 for it. So definitely try to get your insurance to cover it. I know a lot of people that don't get it covered go to Mexico because it's cheaper. Welcome to America. One of the issues with weight loss surgery is the excess skin, and I'm not gonna show you all of mine, but you can see already with my arms. So I have talked to my surgeon about it. He is fine as long as I'm 18 months out when I get it done. I have my first consultation with the plastic surgeon February 28th to go over actual procedures, what goal weight he would like me at before skin removal, and to start the insurance process. With that, I will also be making appointments with my primary doctor to start documenting any skin issues or anything that would help deem it medically necessary to help push insurance a little bit more. Insurance generally covers some of it because there's multiple procedures. So they usually cover the paniculectomy, which is the lower apron. It's this part down here. And they cut it in 2 pieces and take the nice big gross chunks of fat and skin off. Insurance usually does cover that. But then there would be the abdominoplasty or the tummy tuck, where they would pull this skin down and tighten everything up. So that's the upper stomach and the lower stomach. I showed you my arms, so they will be doing that. That's called a brachioplasty. And they'll cut all this skin out, and there'll be one long, beautiful scar when you're done. They do the thigh lift, where they'll remove front and back and just stitch you back together. And then the breast lift and or the breast augmentation. So they'll cut the keyhole incision, take the skin from underneath, and then put you back together like a puzzle. There's no guarantee you're going to need all of them or any of them. Right now, those are looking like what I'll be doing. I still have to talk to the actual surgeon and see what he wants to do. So if insurance only covers the paniculectomy, it generally runs about 10 grand to cover the rest of the surgeries. We're going to try our best to get insurance to cover as much as possible because no one can afford 10 grand worth of plastic surgery. But it's beneficial, and it'll definitely make my life better and easier and make me happier. The recovery time for surgery. For these surgeries, it's with all of them together, it's generally 2 months, maybe more, maybe less. Each surgery has a different recovery time, and you won't see full results for about a year, and you won't be able to tell because of all the swelling for at least a few months. Recovery time for my sleeve, I was out for about a month. I was okay to do stuff. I would go to the store and walk, and I went to the park a couple times when we had nice days and walked. I probably could have gone back to work 2-3 weeks out, but I chose not to. I chose to take 2 months off, right? Month and a half. I don't know. I think it was a month and a half. We do a lot of lifting and stuff, so I didn't want to have to go back on restrictions, so I waited until I met with my surgeon again. What do you have to do to maintain your weight loss when you're done? Up your calories. Right now, they have me on an 800 to 1,000 calorie diet, which is, high protein, low carb, low fat, and in the gym. So I am allowed a few extra calories on days that I'm in the gym, but they'll bump me up. It's probably around 1,200 calories a day once I'm in maintenance. Are you going to take pictures of your excess skin before and after? Yes. I'm a big before and after person, because there's days that I don't see it or feel it. So it's nice to be able to look back and see that, hey, you really don't look the same anymore. I've lost 130 plus pounds, and there's days that I can't tell the difference, even though I know my pants are smaller and I know my shirts are smaller, and I've seen pictures, and it's hard. You gotta let your brain catch up, and I've been that girl for 24 and a half years, and so it's a change to become this girl. Do you think people pay more attention to you now or before losing the weight? Now. I didn't really get a lot of attention, negative or positive, before. Now I have a lot of people that want to ask questions or are just more comfortable. I've heard people saying things about my weight loss or how I look, not negative, but there's a lot more comments, little things. A lot of people, like my coworkers, most of them don't know me pre-op. Just a handful do. So they're the ones that really notice the difference, or when I post the before and afters and they get to see, like, hey, this was just a year ago. Welcome to my life. Would you do it again? Definitely. Every single time. It is probably the best decision I have made. It's definitely given me, I can't say my life back because I never really had one. So it's given me a life period. I can do stuff. I can go hang out, and I can go do outside stuff and be out all day and not want to die or crawl into bed and never leave. My knees don't bother me anymore. And this also goes with the how did this affect your energy level? It's totally different. I can physically do stuff, so it doesn't hurt, so I can do more. Like I said, I had knee issues. I was a candidate for knee surgery. I've done lots of physical therapy. With the weight loss, I have had to do a little bit of physical therapy for my hips because they weren't really prepared for the new distribution of weight. So I did a few weeks of that and strengthened some muscles up and stretched and stuff. So I rarely have hip pain. I rarely have knee pain. Back pain is down to a minimum now. I guess we'll move on to exercise because it goes with it. What exercise do you routinely do? I'm terrible at having a consistent routine. My big plan and goals are to go to the gym on my way home from work at least Saturdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Because I know if I stop before I get home, it's easier for me. I don't have to go back out. When I'm at the gym, I do 45 minutes to an hour of walking or jogging or the stationary bike or the elliptical, whatever I feel like that day. It's cardio. At various inclines and resistances and just all sorts of stuff. My dad recently started going with me, so he wants to go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He's been a flake this week, so we haven't been all week. When he goes, we do the indoor track, and then when we're done with that, we go to the pool. So we either do a mile on the track or a mile in the pool, and then half a mile on the other, whichever we choose. I have a personal trainer as of January. His name is Tim, and he's an online trainer. He's out of Australia. He's awesome. He's very understanding, very helpful, very encouraging. I will link his website below because I love him. But he has me hooked up on 2 different workouts that I do when I choose to. He wants me to do them 3 times a week, whether it be with my cardio or on separate days, as long as I get one rest day, at least one rest day. I have an at-home workout and an at-the-gym workout for when I'm feeling more brave to go into the weight section. But they have squats and jumping jacks and planks and different light weights or body weight exercises just to get a little bit of toning, because that was my goal with him, was to continue losing weight but to tone a little bit to try to minimize on the excess skin. Do you still eat baby food? No. And when I was on the pureed stage, I was terrible. I don't like a lot of foods, and I definitely don't like them pureed. So my mushies were like yogurts, oatmeal. Not a lot. I can't even remember what I ate. I went to a back to the beginning class last night through my surgeon's office. This book is evil. It makes you feel terrible and realize all your bad habits. But with that, we will be starting the variation of the 5-day pouch test. So I'll have liquid protein days 1 and 2, soft proteins day 3, firm proteins day 4, solid protein day 5, and then days 6 through 12 we bump it up a little bit, and then 13 onward is what we're supposed to be, is a low-fat, low-sugar, high-protein diet. And it's just to help us feel our pouches again, because a lot of people start to think that they stretched it, or they ruined it, or the surgeon didn't do it right. So this forces us to eat a certain way and to start to feel the weird fullness. And no one that hasn't had the surgery will understand any of this. But it helps, and so that's like our restart. And then for the class, we've had to analyze a lot of stuff, things you've done good,